that changes our charity into thawab, and they are deprived of thawab. It is not the act, only the act of charity that is rewarding. And it's not just the act of ibadat that is rewarding. It is the faith and belief that the individual has that creates the reward. And previously, on many occasions, I gave the example that Hazrat Hakim Muhammad Mazhar Sahib, Damat Barakatum al-Aliyah, would always give. And this was an example given none other than Muhyi Sunnah, Hazrat Abrar al-Haq Sahib, rahimahullah, where he mentioned that all our deeds, all our a'mal are zeros. Everything is zero. And the only numeral number that there is the one of Iman. You say you can have 1,000,000 zeros, but there is no one, it still counts as zero. But you have your Iman and you have 1 0, it became 10. You put the next 0, it becomes 100, and your value increases in that way. That is what Iman is. The reward of yours increases on the stability of your Iman. And one of the reasons, to be very open, that there is so much emphasis from my side, this is my thought, that we are in the time that is known as, in Urdu they said, fitna ka zamana. And these are the abwabul fitan, tuftahu yawm qabla majid dajjal. The doors of fitan that have opened upon us before the coming of Dajjal, where our Iman is tested in every way. What is the condition of our Iman? One thing for us to understand, what is the requisite of Iman? That we realize we have Iman Mujmal, where you believe in Allah and His Zat, and realize Allah is Allah and there's nobody but Allah. And we have what we call the Iman al-Mufassal, Iman al-Mukammal. Amantu billahi wa malaika wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wa yawmil akhir. In the 7 different factors of that is part of your Iman. And one of it is wal qadri khayri wa sharrihi min Allah. That both good and harm is from Allah. I know last week I might have angered many people when I spoke about insurance. And when is our Iman going to drive us to cancel all our insurance? Some were upset, and those that are close to Iman, we're doing it for reasons. And I felt there's one necessity that all of us must understand. Firstly, me. Remember, if you are involved in wrong, the first basic part of Iman, if you are involved in wrong and you try to justify your wrong, your Iman is nullified. What? Nullified. As one mentioned to me, why only you speaking of insurance and interest? There's so many other sins. I say there are very few sins where Allah says, فَأَذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ. Make the announcement, Allah declares war against you. We say we sleep with peace because we've got our insurance policies. How are you going to sleep in sleep when you know Allah is your enemy? That is the only reason why I put emphasis on it. Because it's such a great sin that Allah declares His war against you. How will you feel knowing your Allah is against you? When you raise your hand, your enemy is going to listen to you. When you cry and beg, you think your enemy is going to answer your cries. Why take on the animosity of Allah and the enmity of Allah against you? And wallahi lazim, if you are doing it, at least in your mind say, Ya Allah, forgive me for doing this wrong. Your iman will still be intact. You are still sinful. You still fall under the same category, but you never nullified your iman. No matter what sin you are doing, don't say, but today it's common, this is happening, everybody is doing it, Maulana, so why mustn't we also do it? I'm doing wrong, Maulana, I know. Allah forgive me. That is iman. That is your beginning point of iman. And never go to this extent, where we say, but that Maulana also got this, and that Maulana is also doing that. Maulana is Allah. He's human like you. Has he got any guarantee of going to Jannah? He is in greater danger than a normal man because he's got the ilm. Any wrong he does is a double sin for him. We haven't got priesthood in Islam. La rahbaniyata fid din. We got ulama that are guides, but they don't mean they must be perfect to be your guide. Our starting point, accept sin to be sin and good to be good. Ask forgiveness in the weakness of our good and beg Allah's aid and forgiveness to remove us from the wrong that we are involved in. One thing, don't justify the wrong and don't try to make real. Taking some other way around. Just to give an example, to end off, one person doesn't want to give his zakat. Person learned, he's a Hafiz al-Quran, everything. And he comes to me. He said, Maulana, you know what I did? I took my money and I gave all my money to my wife. 2 days before his zakat. Zakat is on day, not on month, and not on year. Every year, specific day you must take out your zakat, and it must be every year the same. Islamically, not others. So he said, I gave it to my wife, now I got nothing, so must I give zakat? I said, no, you haven't got the money anymore. I'm phoning your wife and telling him, don't give it to back. He'll come and fight with you, say, give my money back. Don't give it back because he gave it to your gift. He can't take his gift back. Otherwise, he's licking his own vomitings and his own stool. Got angry. He went back immediately to him, no, I'll rather give the zakat. This is the condition of Muslim in our town, not elsewhere. He's trying to make permissible, that is what you call hila in Sharia, where you look for an excuse not to do something. Allah save us. If we do wrong, accept the wrong we're doing and beg for forgiveness. No man is an angel. Allah has created weaknesses in us, but don't justify our weaknesses and use our weaknesses as a leeway to continue the wrong. It is our effort to fight if we had no sin and we never had power for sin, then we would have been malaika. That's why they say Jannah is for the muttaqin, those that can abstain from sin. So for clarification, we should understand, no matter what we do, we are sinful. Allah forgive us. Accept it and work towards it that Allah must remove the sin from our life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. Wa akhiru da'wana.